Hello and welcome to Crypto Wolf. My name is Nash and I'm here to bring you this cryptocurrency video. Today is going to be a special day. Why? Because I'm going to be here reassuring and calming you down, guys. Everybody has been going crazy. The crypto market is bleeding. The bears are taking over. But I'm here to reassure you that the good days will be coming and we just have to sustain and what we should be doing at the moment in order to go through all the turbulence that we have been facing in the past weeks and months. But before we start, I want to take you back to 2018 after the first Bitcoin kind of big crash from $20,000 all the way to almost $3,800, and then the market started moving sideways. That time a video came up. It's a song for Bitcoin, asking Bitcoin to please go to the moon. And now is, I think, a perfect timing to remember history, and we're gonna watch this together, you and I. So let's watch it together and I'll get back to you right after the song. Let's go.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novokrat say we have bottomed out, Novokrat is bullish. Bottomed out, don't ever rise is deadish.
Bearish target 13 times there.
Novokrat is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. I can hear everybody, every single one of you screaming and saying, Bitcoin, please go to moon. Eventually it's going to happen, guys. But before we start this video, I want to remind you, if you like this video, to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel and activate the notification bell so you can watch all my future videos and you get notified when I post them. All right, let's go. So guys, looking at the market here, I mean, there is no difference. It's not the first time where we see a market that goes down. It's not the first time where we see the fear index at 12 and it's really low. The whole market is in fear. Everybody is panicking. But here's something, guys. It's not the first time we see this. I mean, Bitcoin has been back to 30K back in the days. Back in the first time it hit $5,000. It went all the way back to 30,000. It's not the first time we revisit this level. But this time, of course, it's different. Nobody was anticipating that. Now, the global economy is affecting the whole crypto space. And with no doubt, we are in a really bad times where a lot of people over the last few days has lost so much of their assets, so much of their money in the crypto market. But here's something, guys. It's not only the crypto market that has been moving down. It also involves the stocks. It involves Netflix. It involves Microsoft. I mean, look at Netflix. It's been down now like more than 70%. Look at Tesla. Look at all these big companies. So it's not the only crypto market. So for those who are saying right now, Bitcoin is a scam, Bitcoin is the crypto is a scam, they kind of remind me when the market kind of went bad in the beginning of 2018 and we went from 20,000 on Bitcoin all the way back down to 6K levels. And that's where we started going sideways, back to 10K, back to 7K, back to 5K. And we played between $4,000 and $12,000 for almost like 2 years. So it's not the first time, guys. And it's all about finding the bottom. It's all about knowing where the asset is. But there's one thing that I want to reassure you guys, and this is not coming just from an optimistic, but a logical person, is that if you look nowadays, why this is happening, of course, inflation has been playing a huge role in this recession, and the money printer is not stopping. And the governments and the central banks right now are under pressure from the governments to fight inflation and to increase interest rates. So therefore, every time this happens, with all this pressure, the market is reaching a level where it's kind of going, I cannot hold anymore, and I'm just gonna dump on everyone. And the money printer is not stopping. It's been happening since 1970. The governments have been printing their own money. There's no control. There's no standard to the gold. And that's why, guys, inflation. War has added a lot into this. The whole macro economy is adding to the table, but I can tell you this is not going to continue forever. One thing, keep in mind, it's not going to continue forever. This is not going to last forever. It is going to be temporary. And let's jump into the charts and let's look at what Ethereum, what Bitcoin are doing. And in general, let's even start with the cryptocurrency on CoinMarketCap. Let's see how's the cryptocurrency doing. So looking at CoinMarketCap, we can see that another 8% down for Bitcoin today. In general, we've been down 27% in 7 days. The whole market is bleeding. Mainly, guys, everybody is blaming Terra Luna for all this additional kind of bearish news to the whole crypto space. And of course, Terra Luna, I mean, everybody is panicking. I've seen people losing like even up to $1.6 million. If you guys know Carl the Moon, I was watching a video for him today. He have his like asset in Terra Luna is down by $1,600,000. And I think that he've added a position as well. So now I think it's $1,800,000 in loss in total. But something about like this, guys, is if you're not in need to sell your asset, like if you're not in need to sell your crypto coin, you haven't lost it yet. Like you will only lose if you have a bad asset that it will never go back up, or if you sell it. But if you know that you're holding for something that's good, guys, keep holding onto it. So if you're holding, whatever it is, Doge, if you're holding Bitcoin, guys, don't sell it. You know that there's only 21 million Bitcoins ever existed. You know that those 21 million, once they are gone, they're gone forever. And you will only be able to get them at a higher price later if somebody is willing to sell you their asset. So if you're right now, guys, in need for cash, which so many of us are in need, and we know that with the crypto collapsing and going down, now we have less preserve. Now, first of all, you should have saved some money in cash, because we all know that emergency funds, sometimes we need liquidity. The only reason we don't hold much of it, personally me, is because of inflation, it's losing value anyway. So I don't hold much fiat money. So what I depend on right now is getting rid of assets that are least valuable than my other assets. So I'll give you an example. So right now, between an apartment to sell it, or a car that I don't need it, which is let's say a car is a liability if it's not making money. So between selling a car and selling my Bitcoins to survive for the next maybe 6 months to a year, of course I will go to sell my car. Now that's my opinion, guys. It's not financial advice. You don't have to do that. But I'm just telling you the way I think about managing my money to get through turbulence, to get back on track where my assets starts regaining their value. It's not going to stay forever like that. We all know that Bitcoin deserves to be at $1 million. We all know who's controlling all this and who's keeping the fight between the bulls and the bears. But eventually I can tell you from now that the bulls will win the game long run. Short run, yes, we're in a recession. Real estate is also going to be hit. Terra Luna, we can see even the dollar with UST. By the way, guys, the news are because it's happening because it's not a pegged coin. And the UST has almost lost even, I think, 40% of its amount, like of its value. And if you're holding UST, I mean, it's terrible. Of course, it's terrible. So right now, also Tether, looking at the screen here, Tether has been affected. If I click on Tether and I'm going to check what happened, I think it dropped earlier today to 95 cents. That is caused by people who are afraid for what happened to UST, that's going to happen to USDT. So the moment that is happening, people are also moving their assets all the way to USDC. Now you guys can see here, USDT went down to almost 95 cents before it pushed back up, and now it's staying at 99.71. All right, so 90 cents 71. If we go back, we can see that actually USDC, it has gained some percentage, and I've noticed also an increase in its market cap. These are stable coins, guys. For those who don't know what are stable coins, make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be posting very soon an educational video on stable coins. And with stable coins like Tether, USDC, UST, my advice is that don't put all your stable coins in one bag, guys. So split them. Put some in USDT, put some in USDC. Don't go all in on one asset, because the best thing you kind of learn in every kind of a bear market is diversifying your portfolio. Because if one asset loses everything, at least you have a diversified portfolio with many assets that you can survive on. Looking at the crypto and fear and greed index, we are at 12. That is really low. That is guys, remind me when we kind of went in on Bitcoin. Let's go back to the Bitcoin chart. When we went on Bitcoin, guys, last time it happened in July. It reminded me when we went down from 65,000 all-time highs all the way down here to $29,000. And we were in extreme fear. And by that time, everybody was saying, and mostly YouTubers, yeah, it's going all the way to 20K. It's going all the way down. Bitcoin is done. And look at this. It took a reverse from 29,000 to make an all-time high at almost $70,000 in November 21. And now, guys, we can see this. Now, for those who watch my previous video, and I'm going to take you back to it, which is here. This is my main video to tell you where I estimate the crypto market to kind of bottom out. Where do I estimate it to kind of, if it didn't reverse with a V, at least to go sideways, is in here, right in front of you guys. So I'm going to take my brush here. I'm going to point it out. So you guys can see I'm going to just make them invisible so you can see them. This is the 50 moving average. This is the 100, and this is the 200 moving average. I explained in the last video that anytime we fall below the 50, that's a trigger for a bear market. And if we fail to go back above the blue line, the next line will be the green line, which is the 100 MA. And then if we fail to maintain above the 100, the next stop will be at the 200. That's based on history. If we go back in the chart, and I go back all the way to 2017, you guys kind of see it, that the moment we fell below the 50 moving average, we stayed a bit above it. We tried to maintain it. We tried to break it, didn't work. And then we went all the way down to the yellow line. And that's where we bottomed up. Then we broke it. Again, we didn't maintain it much. We reached the transition field, but then back down. Here in February, March 2020, coronavirus came in, the whole governments went on lockdown, businesses started to, kind of cut off employees, firing and hiring, and all these things were happening. The crypto market got a hit, went down to $3,800, and that's where kind of it was a trigger. We moved sideways again above the blue line, and that time it took us to a new all-time high. We went to the transition zone. And here we almost touched the oversold. All right. Then back down in here. So right now, guys, what I can tell you, all right, what I can tell you is that we might from here take back a V and go back up. This is one scenario. All right. So that's one scenario. Second scenario will be to start playing here zigzags. All right. Start going sideways. Third scenario would be going all the way down to the level that I was anticipating, which is 22,000 to 22,000 level, 22,000, 23,000. That's the zone. All right. Might have a dip below that, but then should come back really fast to maintain the 200. If that happened, we are going to be seeing this to go sideways. All right, guys, we're going to see this for a while. We're going to see this happening for maybe weeks, months, and even a year before we can see another crypto bull market, another crypto bull run. So anticipating those guys kind of gives you a calmer feeling, because I can tell you something, all right? If you have bought, let's say, Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever at these zones here, right here, all right, and you're feeling so bad that you've bought it there, all right, look, you've already survived and you held it all the way here. You've held it all the way here. And there might be only left, I think, 20% to go all the way down to here. So I think that's around 25%. If we need to reach $22,000, that's another 25%. Look, guys, if you have survived the move from the top all the way here, don't let these players that are trying to get those assets out of your hands to shake your hands, right? Hold on to those assets. But I'm not encouraging you on holding onto like altcoins at the moment or like big like positions. Maybe you want to do, dollar cost average methods. Maybe you want to do different strategies. But what I'm trying to tell you here, if you've held this long, guys, trust me, with time, if you're not in need to cash out and if you have other means to survive, you can get through this and you will get even stronger. And if you get money to add to your positions right now to dollar cost average, it is right now the time that most future millionaires are going to be created. This is not financial advice, it's my opinion, but I'm telling you from now, guys, that I can see in 2 years from now, for whoever is taking advantage of what's happening right now will be a millionaire, no doubt, in a few years. I mean, a $10,000 in any altcoin at these levels is like at least $100,000 at these levels. $1,000 is at least $10,000 here. At least I'm saying these are the minimum numbers I can tell you. And with the next wave that we're going to see, which is going to be in months, in a year or in 2 years, but when it happens, guys, the metaverse, the NFT space is going to rebreathe. It's going to go back up, all right? I'm being an optimist and I'm being a logical person discussing the market despite all the bad vibes that I'm hearing since the morning. But I can tell you from now, play it well, guys. Take care of your assets, all right? If you are not in need to sell your house, try, and you have other means of money income, try to play it smart, guys. Don't lose it all. The only moment you lose your money is when you sell that asset, and then next year you will see it back up and you will be hating on yourself and you'll be like, why I did that, why I did so. Look at it right now. All right. Things like that, guys, I keep repeating it because it keeps happening over and over again. Let's go to the Ethereum chart. Let's see what Ethereum has been doing. Usually, I'm not going to go other than these kind of two coins on technical analysis. Short term, I can see it on the 1 hour chart, guys. This is not a time to trade, guys. This is not the time to trade. It could be to trade with small positions, but don't trade with bigger positions because we might be seeing lower numbers from here and we might be seeing a push up and then another push down. So we don't know at this level, at this stage, what is going to happen. We can definitely reassure that there's going to be breathers. We can see maybe in a few days that we're going to see another 2-3 green candles. Until then, things might move back down, guys. So it's not like a trigger that we're going from here all the way to all-time high. There is still higher percentage that this might still go sideways from here, and it might even dip lower. So looking at this chart on the Ethereum here, we can see that this was my orange zone. This is the zone that I used to accumulate my Ethereums. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour chart. So you can see this was a zone for me to accumulate. I made a lot of trades between this zone and the triangle, the trending triangle that I drew. And you can see here that I was anticipating another push up. Unfortunately, if we zoom in, we can see that this time it failed to break the orange box and it fell back down here. So on the daily chart on Ethereum, let's see what's going on. We can see another red day. We're still moving down. That is really steep, guys. I can anticipate that in a few days we will see a few candles up, maybe another leg down. For now, guys, that's it for me. stay optimistic. If you're really, really stressed, if you're feeling, if you're in panic mode right now, if you are listening to everyone that's panicking on YouTube, I advise you to switch your laptops off. Even like get your Binance out of your phone. Just stop every like 5 to 10 minutes checking your account balance. Everyone is in need for money. Some people have lost millions. Some people are down with hundreds of thousands. Some of those are with $200, like are down with $200, but still that $200 for them means a lot. So everyone is at the same level of stress. Everybody is the same level of panicking, guys. But the only way to adapt with this situation is to rethink what I just said and covered in this video. Zoom out, look at the bigger image, close your phone, go to the gym, get on your bicycle. Time will heal everything. We're gonna get up, all right? We're gonna get up even stronger than we are at the moment. And I'm not saying this is the end of the bear market right now. This might take a long time. We might move sideways from here, and we can anticipate to go even lower. So preserve your cash, hold on as much as you can, stay strong, stay crypto, and most importantly, stay healthy. And I'll see you in the next video.